Philosophical counseling operates under several foundational assumptions that distinguish it from other forms of counseling and psychotherapy. Here are some of the key assumptions. Evaluate each one and note down a number from 0 to 10 to express the extent to which you agree with it.
Assumption 1. Philosophical issues underlie psychological concerns.
One of the main assumptions is that many problems people face are fundamentally philosophical in nature. Questions about meaning, purpose, ethics, and the nature of existence often underlie emotional and psychological issues. When people are locked in an inner conflict, philosophical exploration can help to resolve both the inner conflict and the associated emotions.
Assumption 2. Capacity for rational thought.
Another assumption is that individuals possess the ability to engage in rational thought and critical thinking. Philosophical counseling often relies on dialogue and reasoned argument as tools for gaining insights and problem solving.
Assumption 3. Importance of autonomy.
The approach often assumes that clients have the capacity for self-governance, and that enabling them to think clearly about their issues will help them arrive at their own solutions. The emphasis is on facilitating the client's own reasoning process rather than providing ready-made solutions.
Assumption 4. The non-pathologizing stance.
Unlike some traditional forms of psychotherapy that may categorize clients' symptoms or issues as disorders, philosophical counseling typically avoids pathologizing or medicalizing the issues being discussed.
Assumption 5. A broad range of philosophical concepts are useful.
It is also assumed that a broad range of philosophical concepts, from existentialism to stoicism to epistemology, can offer practical guidance in dealing with life's complexities.
Assumption 6. Dialogue over diagnosis.
Philosophical counseling is generally based on the assumption that dialogue, rather than diagnosis, is the most effective way to explore issues. While clinical psychology might aim to diagnose a condition and then treat it, philosophical counseling usually aims to explore the issue through conversation and critical thought.
Assumption 7. Interdisciplinary applications.
Many philosophical counselors assume that their practice is complementary to other forms of psychotherapy and counseling. It's not usually seen as a replacement, but rather as a supplementary approach that can enrich the overall therapeutic experience.
Assumption 8. A focus on the present and future.
While psychological therapies may often focus on past experiences as the key to understanding current behavior, philosophical counseling is often more concerned with the individual's current state of mind and how philosophical understanding can guide future actions.
Assumption 9. Ethical responsibility.
There is an assumption that philosophical counselors are ethically responsible for ensuring a safe and confidential environment, much like their counterparts in clinical psychology.
Assumption 10. Subjectivity of values.
Philosophical counseling acknowledges that much of what we consider right or wrong, good or bad, is shaped by our individual perspectives and cultural contexts. It assumes that a careful examination of these underlying beliefs can lead to a more nuanced understanding of one's actions and decisions, rather than offering a one-size-fits-all moral code.
This concludes our session on the assumptions underpinning philosophical counseling. What did you think about them? By adding up your 10 numbers, you'll have a score out of 100. Perhaps that score is some indication of whether or not practicing philosophical counseling appeals to you.